Hey guys, my name is Yancy, and in this video we are going to talk about how to find your purpose. How do you figure out why you were put in this world? What purpose do you serve in life? We're going to get into that and a lot more. On this channel, if this is your first time tuning in, I give you a lot of tips and tricks on how to live the abundant life. You hear so many things on social media talking about the abundant life, your purpose, purpose-filled living. I want to give you everything that you need to know to tap into that type of life that everybody is alluding to and talking about. So many people post pictures of their best life, which include private jets and fancy clothes, name brands, and nice cars. But we all know that in reality, all that is worth nothing if you don't have joy from within. So in each video, I'm going to give you something that I have learned along the way from my journey from clinical depression and anxiety to ultimate joy. If you want to learn more about me personally, you can find me everywhere on social media as Chasing Yancy. But without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Okay, if you're like a lot of people, you have a lot of envy when you're scrolling through social media and you see people doing things that look incredible. They're out traveling the world, or they're making content, or they are saving lives. Every time we scroll through our feeds, we can see people out doing the things that just give them so much joy. Of course, there are people who are perpetrators and they're just trying to make it look great and they're really miserable somewhere in some little dingy apartment. But a lot of people have really discovered what makes them tick. I remember watching a TED Talk, and I don't want to quote her name because I don't remember which person it was, so forgive me. But she was saying essentially, you didn't just stumble into this universe by accident. It wasn't like there was a glitch somewhere and oh crap, so-and-so made it to planet Earth. You were put here for a purpose. You're here by design, and I want to help you figure out how you can figure out what that purpose is. A few weeks ago, I came across this incredible quote in someone's story. Let me read it to you. It says, "You don't have to find your purpose. When you're being of service to others and you live from a place of inspiration, your purpose finds you." In a past video, I talked about a video clip from School of Greatness, which is a podcast hosted by Lewis House, and he had a special guest on by the name of Rory Vaden. And Rory Vaden, he was talking about building your brand, but he got into purpose. Because a lot of times it doesn't matter if you're doing something amazing. If it doesn't serve your purpose or it doesn't fulfill a passion, you will burn out quickly. A lot of times, especially kids in college, will go after careers that are, historically the most high paying. Or there's just something that you have in your mind that's going to make you happy. If I'm rich enough, famous enough, have enough physical relationships with people, popular enough, we have these illusions that are going to make us happy. But at the end of the day, until we tap into our purpose, we're never going to truly experience true joy. Not everybody has their purpose tied in with their career, which I want to make that perfectly clear. You could be fulfilling your purpose while still working for somebody else. I also want to point this out. I believe that you can fulfill your purpose and have your passion be something that you do on the side. I don't think it necessarily has to be tied into your job, although if you do have that opportunity, it is amazing. So I don't want people to think, oh my God, I got to run out and quit my job so that I can find my purpose. I feel like you could still be doing that, possibly weaving it into what you're doing at work or doing it on the side. A lot of the things that people chase after and think that it's going to make them happy end up being shallow because that thing in and of itself isn't what's filling you. But getting back to what I was talking about, Rory Vaden, he draws this Venn diagram, which is amazing. And he talks about identifying the things that you love to do, and then identifying how you can serve others. He talks about figuring out what answer you provide to the question that people have, or what solution you provide to a dilemma that somebody has. Let's just say, for example, we take somebody who creates water. You are solving the problem of somebody being thirsty, and your solution is the water, a hydrating substance. If there is a question that needs to be answered, it could be like this YouTube channel. I have a question on how to find my purpose. Well, I am giving the answer. This is how in this video. So if you can identify what people need and you can identify what you love to do, once you find that center point, that intersection, which I've covered in another video, that intersection is your purpose. It's something that you love to do that also serves others. Take me, for example. As you can tell, I love to talk. I love to be on social media. And so I'm able to talk and be on social media and give content that I hope is helpful to other people and can change their lives. I feel like when I am sharing my journey and sharing the tips and tricks that I have learned along the way, that is helping others. And it's amazing. One of the things that I have found is when you truly have found your purpose, things just all seem to fall into place. And I really encourage you to go back and watch the 16 Truths That Set Me Free, because there is a part in there that I talk about the process of baking, and I likened it to a cake in the oven. There are stages of discovering your purpose. And I think that a lot of times people think it's going to happen overnight. They're going to figure it out right away, but there is a process. When you have something to give back to the world, it's because something has been poured into you. So sometimes you're going to the stage of being poured into by life. A lot of times it's weird, but it happens negatively oftentimes. A lot of times in being hurt, you figure out how to show love. A lot of times in being down, you figure out how to share joy. It's a lot of times through our struggle that we have the victory and we get knowledge. It's a weird, quirky thing. And I equate it to diamonds being cut, gold going through the fire, muscles being torn down. For some reason, in breaking things down and almost destroying it, it brings out the finest version of it. I don't know why. I didn't create the rules of this universe, but a lot of times that happens. And I get more into that, like I said, in another video, because that can help you take joy in what you're going through. Because even though you don't enjoy it per se, you understand that it's not wasted pain. For me, it could not be more cliche. Being broken, being torn down to the point where I reached clinical depression, just rocket propelled me into the outer space of finding my purpose. I was able to discover how to control my mind. I was able to finally tap into self-discipline and so many other things that would not have happened if my life continued on the trajectory it was, which was super happy-go-lucky and problem-free. Larry Winget has a really cool quote, and he says, "Find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of others." When you find out what makes you different, which, hint, hint, it's the thing that people usually talk about, you know, in reference to you as, oh, Yancy, oh my God, she's the girl with da 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 da. Or, man, if you ever need such and such, Yancy is the one to go to. A lot of times people in your circle will tell you what it is. If you look at social media, the things that people tend to comment, strangers, that can give you insight. The thing that makes you stick out. And it's funny because when we're little, we want to blend in usually. Usually we don't want to stick out. We don't want attention on us. We want to be just like everybody else. But as you get older, you discover that your uniqueness, that is your brand. If you were a product on a shelf being marketed, that is your differentiator. Your differentiator can be used to serve people, and that is your purpose. So get super clear on what makes you unique, and don't worry about fitting in, because what makes you different is what makes you unable to be copied. The other thing I want to caution you about is being focused on your purpose and not being focused on getting rich. The cool thing is, and again, I don't know why the rules of the universe work this way, but somehow when you tap into your purpose, a lot of times financial benefits are the byproduct. So you shouldn't go into it like, okay, I need to pay my rent. Let me go ahead and find my purpose. You should want to find your purpose because that's the thing that will bring you joy. And in bringing joy, you will end up serving others. And in serving others, people want to reward you for what you've done to them, reward you for what you've done for them, and they end up paying you for your services a lot of time, or your product that you have come up with. One of the things I did back in, I want to say 2016, I called it my year of yes. I think I heard it somewhere. And I said, you know what? I want to go ahead and discover things that I haven't discovered before. And again, like I mentioned in a previous video, the reason why this all came about, my discovery, my chasing Yancy, where the name came from, was that I wanted to figure out who I was. And in part of doing that, I said, I want to take a whole year and just say yes to everything within reason. A lot of times I wouldn't do something if it wasn't something that I had done before, or if it didn't sound super interesting, or I didn't have people to go with. But I just started saying yes, 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 yes. And it's so crazy. Life is just weird. If you take the same path every single day, you kind of have the same results. But if you veer off it slightly, which I think is called the butterfly effect, it causes these ripple changes. And for me, the ripple change came from going on Facebook and creating a brand new page with nobody that I knew. I challenge you to take however long you want to take, but start saying yes. Get outside your comfort zone, overcome your fears, and start doing things that you've never done before. If you want your life to change, you need to make some changes. It could be as simple as changing the direction that you go running every morning. It could be different as going to a different grocery store instead of the one down the street. It could be different as saying yes to the person you've always said no to. You just never know. At the end of the day, try to figure out who you are. Like I said, my name is Chasing Yancey. If you're Bob, chase Rebecca, chase Bonquita, chase whoever you are. Figure out who you are, and then you will start to figure out what you like. As you lean into what you like and start doing more things that you like, you will start to change the circle around you, and you will start to change the opportunities that are presented to you. You will be surprised at how quickly you uncover your purpose. Now, if you already know what your purpose is, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys are passionate about. If you don't specifically know what your purpose is, but you know what you love to do, drop that in the comments as well. As I've mentioned before, this is a little bit of an awkward medium because it's me in a chair talking to a camera. And so I don't get a chance to get the feedback live and in person. So the comment section is a great place to let me know what you thought about the video, what you liked, what you didn't like. If you want to hear more of something, it's kind of a proverbial tap on the shoulder. Let me know what you guys want to see in future videos. We're all in this together. I'm figuring this out. I'm still new to YouTube, and I thank you so much for all the positive feedback, except for that one person who hit the unlike button. I mean, who doesn't like overcoming depression? But whatever. I really appreciate all the feedback that you guys have given me. It is awesome, it is amazing, and it's confirmation. I hope this video has encouraged you and given you what you needed to know about finding your purpose. Go ahead and hit that like if you liked it. Hit the share if you know someone who could appreciate this video. Comment below if you want me to hear your feedback. And of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to know the next video that is coming out. Thank you so much for watching. Right here, you can see the video that I recommend you watch next. Tell someone that you love them.